Hello users of YouTube and welcome to yet a new episode of Daniel's Videos and Etc. guys. Today we got quite a bit of a special episode for you guys. Got a package right here from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. Pretty cool, Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. Yeah, that's quite far. It's an import from Canada. Addressed to me, of course. McLean, Virginia, United States. Yep, there's all the information down here for There's all the information down here for the exporting. We got used computer part, 56 Canadian dollars. I don't know what that'd be in American dollars, but hey, that's all right. Canada Post. Wonder if they're better than United States Postal Service. But yep, let's go ahead and dive right in, guys. Alright, our odd box design has opened. Oddly enough, it doesn't want to open from the back here. I didn't uncut it properly. Alright, pretty odd design, guys. We are greeted with a wall of foam. I'm sorry, foam. Bubbles. Let's go ahead and remove the individual bits of bubbles. Our bubble wrap. And we are greeted with a board and an anti-static bag. I am so excited, guys, about what this is. Got ASUS branding on it. This is what I ordered. Alright, guys, before we do the rest of our unboxing, let's go ahead and catch up about what we have and what we don't have. Which you guys can see, we got our Antec P160 anodized aluminum case. Disk drive from Floater 72, our 933 megahertz Pentium III. Linksys branded EtherFast PCI adapter, Ethernet card. In the middle we have our case badges here for, we have our pinout to FireWire cable. Our controller card has FireWire 400 and USB 2 on it. Sound card, Sound Blaster 128 PCI. Cooler, GPU cooler. Our case badges for Pentium 3 socket, or for our Pentium 3, and we got our video card down there underneath all that mess. We have our video card down there, which is an NVIDIA GeForce GTS 2. I'm sorry, an NVIDIA GeForce 2 GTS, ecstasy, all that good stuff. As you guys may know, this is the motherboard. The motherboard is a very important component of any PC build, guys. You need to remember that. Motherboard is very important. And thankfully, the seller shipped it in an anti-static bag. I'm not sure if this has been abused before, or if it's been mistreated, or what. But I cannot seem to find the opening on this. There's no way this has been resealed. Oh, good. Yeah, it's open. It seems to be taped at the bottom. So I'll just peel this tape back. Appears to be taped all along the bottom. Grabbing the board here with the ISA bus. We got our cooler. Check it out, guys. Awesome. Alright, so what do we got here, guys? We got quite a bit of features, and I'm going to go ahead and pull the camera off the tripod so I can show you guys in depth what we got here. This is an ASUS brand CUV4X revision 1.03 motherboard. And we got quite a bit of fun little stuff on here. We got our AGP slot, Angry Grandpa video slot. We got our PCI. We got 5 PCI Express slots. Of course, you got our graphics card will go here. We're gonna have the audio card, the sound card. I'm sorry, the sound card, the USB and FireWire controller card, video capture card, Ethernet and wireless. Of course, we got our modem back here. This is the AMR, audio modem riser. The modem portion of the AMR port has not really been like, it exists, but it's very hard to find. They didn't make too many of those modem cards, but they made a lot of AMR modems. So I'm getting one of those. And we got our ISA bus on the bottom here, which I am not going to, be using. I was going to be putting maybe a Sound Blaster 16 in there, but decided to go for a slightly newer PCI Sound Blaster PCI 128. And here's our Ward BIOS chip It's the BIOS ROM. I believe if you could pull that out, you could upgrade it with a newer one. This revision appears to be from somewhere around 1998. Pretty cool. This motherboard does not have onboard audio, which is a bit obscure for, I guess, this motherboard because, well, normally you actually would get onboard audio. In this case, you don't. So, Sound Blaster PCI 128 comes right into the equation. Got a VIA chipset here. Looks like the 7th week of 2000, it appears to be. That's when that chip is dated. And the rest seem to be branded as ASUS brand chips. ASUS brand. We got ASUS here, ASUS. And we got down here, we got our second COM port, which is the bent pin. I don't know if that indicates anything important. We have our USB port. We have, what is the heck is that? Up panel? It doesn't appear to be populated at all. But we do have one that says panel. We get message LED, haven't heard of that one. Power switch. Oh gosh, I cannot read anything on here. We got a reset. We got a what appears to be power switch. What the heck? Power switch, and I don't know what the SMSW means. Maybe it means case intrusion. Just above that, we got our speaker. We got our speaker. We got our hard drive LED and our power LED. I assume that SMSW is the reset switch because I don't. Oh, then again, reset's right there. I have no idea what that one is. Then it could be a case intrusion switch. Not entirely sure what those two pins are for. It doesn't say. We got our USB port, which I'll be using. Clock battery, Maxell brand. It looks like it's possibly 2003, 2032. I'm probably going to get a nice Energizer battery. Award BIOS. And here's our important here. Nostalgia, guys. IDE, secondary and primary. Supporting 2 drives per channel, of course. And our floppy disk, our floppy controller, which will support 2 floppy drives. And in my case, I'll be using a 5 1/4 inch and a 3 1/2 inch. We got dip switches, guys. Dip switches, overclocking, multiplying. It looks like this is the only set that's on the board. That's okay. We also got our PC speaker, which is good, and we got another jumper here. Down here, I'm not entirely sure what that is. The blue jumper. I chose this motherboard in particular because of the PCI slots and what you get with it, and an ISA bus just in case I decide to change my mind, and the AMR. I chose it for that reason. I also chose this specific board of all the other CUV4Xs. This one actually came with 2 256 meg sticks plus a CPU cooler. And a Pentium 733 MHz processor. So it actually comes with the processor. Of course, we're going to be upgrading the cooler and the processor itself. But that's fine. Caps, and also I like ASUS. It's a pretty good brand. They haven't seen anything wrong with their products. They're pretty awesome, if you ask me, guys. We got all caps on here seem to be your typical electrolytic capacitors, plus 1 of those sealed caps. None of them appear to be bulging, which is good. Some dust on the fan means that this motherboard was in use before me. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. We got our RAM, our CPU cooler, which is an Intel stock cooler, it appears. Socket 370, of course, guys. Attaches to a pin on the motherboard, and we got our small ATX, I believe 20 pin ATX, is that right? 3691 times 2, so it's our 20 pin ATX connector, ATX, our power connector for such. Here's the back of the motherboard. As you can see that fan up in detail. Our cooler is a bit loose, so interesting. I'm probably going to be getting some nice Arctic Silver brand cooling paste. Pretty cool. And on the back we got PS2 mouse and keyboard, 2 USB 1.1 ports, a 1 COM port, and a parallel printer port. That's about it for features on this motherboard. But this motherboard would have been equivalent at about $19.98, and pretty cool. How many fan ports do we got here? So we have one, I assume that's a CPU fan since it's plugged, that's where a CPU fan is plugged in. It doesn't say in particular what it is. We also have, what the heck does that say? Printer? That doesn't sound right. Another fan plug. It does, I think, say fan at the bottom there, does it? It's power fan, it looks like. That is possibly the CPU fan. So we only have, looks like, one extra fan plug at this point. I don't see any more. It's not a problem, but I'm actually surprised that there's only one I can only see. Or there's only just those two. Appears to be quite dusty back there. I'm probably going to dust it out. But yeah, guys, it appears to only have, looks like it only has one area for fan. I thought there was more than that, and it just appears to be one. I thought there was two on it. I guess there isn't. Oh, wait. Here we go. Here's another socket here. It says chassis fan. What's that one? H-O-W-O-R. Not entirely sure what the W-O-R is. I guess that LED comes on when there's power going through the power supply, so that's just a way of telling it's online. We also got pins down here doing something, I'm not entirely sure. But, yeah, piece of speaker, like I said before. That's about pretty much it for the motherboard. We cannot test it out because I don't have a power supply for it yet, but I'm probably going to be doing some cleanup with it right after the video's over. But yeah, I just noticed that. There are pins back here behind the PCMCIA slot. I'm not entirely sure. It's PCMCIA. ISA bus slot, so I'm not entirely sure what that was for. But guys, I guess that's pretty much it for the unboxing for this motherboard. I'm not entirely sure if it'll work yet, but we'll get to testing. Oh yes, forgot about this. I am going to keep the CPU cooler on for now though. But let's pop the modules out and see if they are what I hoped they would have been by the seller. Holy crap, these are big. Keep forgetting how small they've grown, how small they've become. We got a Micron brand 256 133 megahertz front side bus. Good, this is what I wanted, 133 megahertz, because the Pentium III I bought is a 133 megahertz. I checked this motherboard does not support no more than 18 chips on the RAM module, if you can believe that. And it appears we got 4 on this side, 4 on that side, 4 on the back, so 16, so that's pretty cool. We'll go ahead, a 256 module from Micron. Company formerly used into the business of making PCs. Floater 72 was a Micron PC, so there you go. I got that for nostalgic reasons. And our other one is the same exact thing, 133 megahertz, 256 megabyte Micron stick. I'm not sure if these work too, but again, and I cannot test this until we get a power supply in. So, well, yeah. But according to the seller, it said it was pulled from a working computer. So I'll take a word for it for now. If, of course, it's not what he said, then well, that sucks. But guys, basically, that's pretty much it for this episode of Daniel's Videos and etc. Like if you like it, dislike if you hated it. That's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to pretty much be spending the rest of the time cleaning the board up, as there's some dust here and there. Probably get a new battery for it sometime. But guys, that's pretty much it. And I'll see you guys in the next one, whenever that may be, guys. Peace out, guys. And that's it. Alright, guys. See you in the next one.